Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and yes, behind me is my 2020 GR Yaris. And yeah, well, we've talked a bit about the channel beforehand about what we're really doing. So it's to do with the house, to do with gym, and to do with the car. So this is something that I've been talking about for a bit, and finally I'm happy enough already to show you guys the car. I've had this thing for about 5 months now, and to be honest, I've loved every second of having it so far. The idea over the next months, years, is to build this car up and to really make it my own, like I did with my last car. So now we've got this thing to build upon, and yeah, so we're gonna go for a drive, talk about what we've done to it so far and what sort of the next plans are going ahead. I guess one of the good things about living in the hills is you can go to areas that are quite literally 5 minutes away from your house, and you get really cool scenic drives that you probably don't get many other places in Perth. And this is one of those examples. Very peaceful, quiet, middle of the day, no one is around. Great time to go drive the car and show you what it's all about. Okay. So one thing that I can say straight off the bat was that if we were to do this video in the 86, you probably wouldn't be able to hear me right now. I guess that's an advantage, and a disadvantage of this car is that it is particularly quiet. As I said before, this is the main, or one of the main 3 pillars of the channel and the content that will be coming over the next however long, and that is the build of this car. So for those of you who know me, I like working on cars, I like building cars, and my last car was a green Toyota 86 that I built completely from stock. And I guess the only thing that was missing was really the power, which by the end of it was the reason as to why I decided to sell it and buy a car with more power. That was turbocharged, and that being this 1.6 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged engine that makes about 278 horsepower with a tune, exhaust, everything like that, which will happen to this car. It will be making about 300. I love the sound of the blower valve. When you get it right up in the top of the RPM as well, you can hear the car fits in really well in these areas. It is a rally homologation special. That's why they made the car. For Toyota to compete in their rally championship, they needed to have a car that they could sell on the road, and that's why this Yaris is here. That's why it's a 2-door Yaris. So yeah, just thought I'd take it out on a drive, show you guys what it's about, what it can do in a nice area in Perth. No, it is not the Raleigh edition, so no, that means that I don't have the 2 LSDs front and rear. But the reasoning for why I didn't buy that version of the car was, first of all, it's 10 grand more expensive than this one. So that was the first sort of reason as to why I didn't do that. The second reason is I wanted the comfort features that the comfort pack of this car has. So for example, it has a JBL stereo, it's got good speakers, it has heated seats, it has a heated steering wheel. I mean, in the Raleigh edition you don't get those features, and for me the speakers were a big thing. I like to listen to music, and if I was to buy the Raleigh edition, in the end I'd end up adding the speakers anyway. Also, obviously without the LSDs, not as fun, I get that, but you can buy the differentials. You can buy them genuine parts from Toyota. They're about $2,000 each. If I was to look at getting them actually properly installed, 2 grand, 4, let's say worse, another 4 grand to get them installed, well, that's still cheaper than buying a Raleigh version of the car. Obviously you don't get the forged wheels, but I was always going to change the wheels in this car anyway. I don't like the forged ones, and I don't like these ones that are on the car. The main reason was the price tag, but that for me just makes sense after a while when you put them together. So people that will say don't buy the comfort version of this car, only buy the Rally Edition, well, a normal consumer who is looking to save as much money as possible, obviously I would take this route in my opinion. Been straight a little bit here, put foot down. So the reason why I put the blow off valve on first, and it's a silly reason maybe, but there is some thought to it. So I wanted to put an exhaust in this thing, of course, straight away, but not at the moment because, well, it's expensive, obviously. So I thought, well, if I could put some sound in the car for cheap, that'll be great. Oh, we'll go this way. Okay, so yeah, these roads are obviously awesome for this kind of driving. Like, it sort of suits the car. It is a rally homologation car, so it makes sense that it like really enjoys being on B roads and stuff like this. It's a car that is quick for me. Obviously, like, I'm sort of used to the power now that it has, but when I first bought this thing, oh my god. Well, that's sort of the fun of it. Like, you want a car that when you put your foot down, like it goes, and it does go. It's quick. Let's not get off the ground. Oh no, I think we're behind a truck. We are behind a truck. This place is bloody beautiful, and it looks like I can't drive anywhere, can I? Have I just paid $15 to get into fucking do fuck off? I think I have, haven't I? I have. This is great. I love it. I can't even drive it, and I'd wasted all my fucking time doing that. This is sick. I love it. I'm gonna go home. Well, this has gone brilliantly. Ah, that's sick. Oh well, that was a waste of time. Originally had a Toyota 86, sold that. For me, by the end of it, I felt like I'd done all I wanted to with the car, and I just was wanting more power, so that's why I chose the GR Yaris. I took it for a test drive, and within the first like little pull that I did with it, I was like, yep, I'm gonna buy it. So that's what I did. And yeah, this car for me has been awesome. There's only a few things I really dislike, and one of them is the sound, or like the fake sound that gets pumped through the speakers. You can hear it at the top. So obviously the blow off sound at the end, that's real, but all of that stuff between 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 RPM is not. That is all artificial sound pumped in through the speakers, and it is something that once I found out that's what it was, I hate it, to be honest. I don't think it sounds that bad, but it's not really what I want. I want real exhaust sound. I don't want artificial sound. So for me, that's something that will be getting taken out when it gets tuned. It will obviously get an exhaust on it as well. So that's the sort of stuff that I'm really looking forward to putting in the car and just changing it. But again, this video is purely for and to show the start of the build, where the car starts, and then we can compare it to where it ends up. And where that is at the moment, I'm not 100% sure exactly. First things first, we will be doing wheels, tires, suspension, simple stuff like that. We're also looking at keeping it like stock body, but with wide body accessories. So the rocket bunny wing, the car also has a carbon fiber roof, forged carbon fiber roof. It's got a wrap on there that Toyota did from factory, I guess to save money. But that will be coming off at some point, get sanded back, expose the forged carbon. We'll put it on the floor enough so that it's still dailyable. one of the negative things I've found out with buying a more expensive car is buying parts for the more expensive car are more expensive. So that's one thing that I've found from buying stuff for the 86, where you could just, you know, really, you could do it on the cheap end if you wanted to. Like going from the 86 is just like night and day. When I test drove this car, as soon as I put my foot down the first time, I knew that I wasn't really going to be able to go back to the 86 purely because it just didn't have the power that I was wanting from a car. This thing is all-wheel drive compared to the two-wheel drive, the rear-wheel drive of the 86. And I gotta say, it's probably maybe something that I missed a little bit is the rear-wheel drive, just the ability to really get the back end out and sort of, it was maybe a little bit more like fun, I guess. But this car is just so much quicker. It's just so much more like enjoyable to drive as a whole. I love that sound. Yeah, it's a bit boy racer-ish, you can call it what you want. I like it, it's fun. When I drive a car, I want to be able to put my foot down and hear noises and go fast and put a smile on my face, and that's what it does. So that's why I've done that. I've also got like a few gauges coming that I'll get installed as well, just for more of the experience. I mean, people that like to leave their cars stock, cool, that's your style, you like it. I like to do things to my cars and to make them more me, more fun, in my opinion. Put it on track mode, we'll turn traction control off. The 10-point turn on it. Nice. Oh, well, I thought that was a bit more of a road than it was. That's okay. According to maps, it goes all the way through, but it obviously doesn't. It's an awesome car to drive. It's so fast in comparison to my old car, and I just love absolutely everything about it, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll probably like leave it there for now. You guys will see more videos of this car throughout. And yeah, subscribe, it does help the channel out quite a lot, and it allows me to keep making these videos, and I will see you guys next time.